Last lesson, you learn to read a single candle. But knowing who's winning right now means nothing if you don't know where to watch for it. Every chart hides leftover camps from battles long past. Find them and you'll know exactly where price is likely to react next. Today you'll learn to draw the bull zone and the bear zone, the exact spots where one side made its stand and won. Chapter 1. Why zones even exist. Before you draw a single line, you need to understand exactly what's sitting there waiting. Remember the bull and bear war from Lesson 1? Zones are simply names for the camps each army leaves behind after winning a fight. A bottom is where bulls once won and launched price back up. That spot becomes a bull zone, a camp worth remembering. A top is where bears once won and pushed price back down. That spot becomes a bear zone, resistance left behind. Unfilled orders from the losing side still sit quietly at that old camp, like reinforcements hiding in ambush, ready to strike again. Leftover orders sit quietly at that old camp, waiting. When price returns, they all fill at once. That creates a fresh, sometimes surprising push. Orders always fill at one specific horizontal price, never along a diagonal line. That's why horizontal zones deserve real analysis. A diagonal line is mostly decoration. A trend line has no orders sitting on it anywhere. Use it only to gauge momentum, nothing more. Steep turning flat means momentum is fading fast. Chapter 2. How to draw a zone. 2 simple steps, but most beginners get the second one wrong every single time. First, find the candle whose high or low just got broken by the candle right after it. That breakpoint anchors your entire zone. Second, draw from that breakpoint down to the lowest point of the wave that started there, wicks included. That's your bull zone. A bear zone works the exact opposite way. From the broken low up to the highest point of the prior decline, wicks included too. Only draw a zone where a wave genuinely began, not where price simply passed through on its way somewhere else entirely. In a real uptrend like this, you only draw the single nearest bull zone below price, the spot most likely to hold if price pulls back. Chapter 3. Which zones actually matter. Not every bottom on your chart deserves a line, most of them really don't. A bottom only counts as important if the wave from it broke the prior high. That's a genuine, successful counterattack. Only then is the origin zone actually important. Find the bottom that produced the highest high in the trend. That bottom is the strongest bull zone you have. Break it, and the whole trend weakens fast. Beginners often draw the nearest bottom out of pure habit. The right one is the lowest point before the prior important high. Check carefully before you draw anything at all. Don't draw a line just because it happens to touch several tops and bottoms. Almost any line will if you look hard enough. Draw where the wave was truly born. When a zone gets fully broken, it switches roles for the next visit. Old resistance becomes new support or the reverse. But it's weaker than an original zone. This old bear zone, once fully broken by bulls, becomes a new bull zone. But since it formed mid-attack, it holds far less strength. Some price levels are just noise. No real battle ever happened there. Skip them, even if price touched them once or twice. Delete zones that are broken or far away from price. Too many lines just creates confusion and doubt. A clean chart leads to faster, clearer decision. If 2 bottoms sit nearly level with each other, merge them into a single zone instead of drawing 2 separate cluttered lines. In an uptrend, only draw the support zone sitting below. In a downtrend, only draw the resistance zones above. Skip the opposite side entirely, it just adds noise. Chapter 4. Reading right to left. 2 simple rules explain why you should never read a chart the way you read a book. A zone closer in time carries more weight than one from long ago. A zone closer in price matters more too. Price always has to cross the near zone first. A zone sitting right near current price controls behavior far more than a distant zone ever will, even if that old zone once reacted violently. A distant zone won't guide your entry decision at all. It can still mark a useful take-profit target though. Think reference, never an action point. Start from current price and work your way backward through time, not left to right, the way you'd read a book. Build this habit starting today. Bull zones and bear zones are real camps, not abstract theory. Every time price returns, ask whether the home side still has the strength to defend it. 3 shapes show up constantly: an engulfing pair right before a strong wave, most reliable, a long wicked candle, and a single odd-colored candle, weakest of the 3. Draw at clear, sharp origins, keep only 1 or 2 zones near price, merge levels that sit close together. Avoid the rest completely. This is something I want you to remember before we move on. The fewer the lines on your chart, the sharper and faster your decisions become. Open any chart and find 1 or 2 nearby zones. Confirm the wave from each one broke a prior high or low. Delete every zone sitting too far away. You can now spot individual camps. Next lesson, I'll show you how to string them together into full market structure, trend, or just noise. That's a wrap on lesson 3. You now know how to draw the camps of both armies and which ones actually matter. Next lesson, market structure. See you there.